Good morning, everyone. Before I get into this morning's topic, which I think is going to be pretty interesting to people, whether they want to believe it or not, I got to get something off my chest here that I think is going to help a lot of other people out too. Maybe. I don't know. But this is just what I have to say. And like I said, take it, leave it, do what you want with it, agree, disagree, what have you. I'm just going to say it outright. I think it might be time for some people out there in, YouTube land listening to me or whatever social media people are involved in or whatever case may be. I think it might be time for some of you, some of us, whatever, to kick some people out of our lives. And I mean permanently. And I said, oh man, that's harsh. That's mean. That's cruel. That's this. That's that. That's not the way I was raised or brought up or whatever the case may be, or that's not what I think. Hear me out on this, okay? We are at a time now where sanity and peace of mind, like the Boston song, peace of mind. Anyway, just, that just came to me, but is of utmost importance. It really is. I really, truly, honestly believe that in my heart of hearts. It is very important to have sanity and peace of mind, from a biblical aspect, let no man or woman or whatever steal your crown kind of thing. You got to maintain your sanity, your peace of mind, knowing whose you are, who you belong to as far as our Lord Jesus and who you are in Him. And you can't let other people influence you on this, because people will do that. They will do that. Like I said before on the other channel, the last video I think I put up before they took down the live stream and gave me the strike and all that jazz, validation. So many people are looking to be validated. I want to be heard. My voice needs to be heard. People need to listen to me or whatever the case may be. Well, you know what? Quite a few people have tried to, how do I say it, pin me down in that way. And I'm tired of it. I'm fed up with it. I am at the point now where I've kicked quite a few people out of my life, basically. I don't communicate with them anymore, and I've told them. Or, let's just put it that way, they've gotten the hint. Okay? Um, and I'll be honest about this. The Holy Spirit has not convicted me about it one bit. There is not one person that I've kicked out of my life or blocked or whatever it is where I don't communicate with any longer, have no communication with, that I feel bad about. Not one. And I have not been convicted about it. And I think I know why. It's because some people are toxic. They're toxic. And they bring their toxicity to you. They try to infect you with their toxicity. And we have a choice who we allow into our life and who we don't allow into our lives. And for the most part, I mean, with some exception, I've communicated with people and pretty much told them, don't contact me again, or, I've ignored them to the point where they get the hint. It's like, oh, that's rude, that's mean. Well, here's why, though, okay? Some people don't get the hint, first of all. That's one reason. And secondly is if you attack me or the very, very few close friends, true friends that I do have in a public format or even privately, like through gossip and backbiting or what have you, and then it gets back to me or them or whatever the case may be, I got nothing to do with you anymore. I'm just done with you. See, I don't have to communicate with you. It doesn't mean I hate you. It just means I don't want you in my life. I don't have to communicate with you anymore. You know, and so people can take this advice, ignore this advice, think I'm a jerk, think I'm mean, think I'm cruel, harsh, whatever else. But sanity and peace of mind now, I believe, are of the utmost importance. Especially when you do try to explain over and over and over again. It's just like, just give me some time, just leave me alone for a little bit or whatever the case may be. And they don't respect that, you know, they don't respect it because, like I said, everybody wants to be validated, everybody wants to be heard. And there's a lot of jealousy out there too, not necessarily of me, but of other people, where people are, they're just they feel they always have to mention certain names, in social media, or people that have platforms or channels or whatever else, and it's just like they just can't get past it, man. And it's just like, there's some jealousy going on here. And you know you try to help people out, you try to be supportive, you try to be encouraging, you try to do the best you can, to be a listening ear, even a venting post. But there comes a point in time where enough is enough, and that's it. That's it. And see, I'm the type of person, I'll take it and take it and take it and take it until you piss me off. Then I'm done with you. Then there's no second chance after that. That's it. I'm over. I'm done. So anyway, that's just who I am. I'm just being honest with you about it, And as I said, people can take this, leave it, do whatever you want with it. That's your choice. But I really truly believe that sanity and peace of mind are of the utmost importance now to get through the times that we're living in, and to be able to navigate each and every day, get through each and every day, and don't let people take your peace, don't let people take your sanity, and don't let them take your crown. Okay? So, that being said, let me get into the main topic of this, okay? When it comes to the sanity and the peace of mind and everything else, all right? This Saturday is December 14th, 12/14, okay? And some people are like, yeah, what's that mean? It means nothing to me, or whatever the case may be. Well, you know what? For a long time, I didn't really think about it either. And I don't really focus on particular dates overall. However, I have heard enough about this Saturday, December 14th, from people on social media platforms to people who have contacted me on a personal level and shared with me what they believe the Lord has shown them, regarding red alerts and regarding events, occurrences, without going into great detail, because honestly, they really don't have it. They really don't have great detail. Just a red alert, some type of event or events to possibly occur on Saturday 12/14. And I'm not setting a date here, okay? I'm not saying any of this is coming from me. I am just letting people know to watch if you're interested for this Saturday 12/14. Okay? Now, I finished listening to a special broadcast from Sunday that was emailed to me from a nice lady. I don't subscribe to any of this. I mean, as far as the channels or the information or whatever, people send me a lot of different things. And a nice lady, she constantly sends me the Council of Time SoundCloud broadcasts from Mike from around the world. And he did a one last night, I guess, with Paul Begley. And I listened to it. It's a lot of, for me personally, it's a lot of chew up the meat, spit out the bones kind of thing, especially when they start talking about politics and, the inauguration and the cabinet and who's going to get in, who's not going to get in, and why, and this and that. I couldn't give a rip. I couldn't care less about any of that. On a personal level, I don't care. What I care about is the information. What I care about is saving lives, and hopefully, if lives can be saved, then souls can be saved, and that's what I care about. I care about people that may be put in harm's way or are in harm's way, and because of the decisions of the elitists and the globalists and the Satanists and whatever else, and the plans that they have, all the nefarious plans that they have. That's what I care about. So that's why I listen to the stuff. I don't care about the politics and all the other BS. I couldn't give a rip about that. But it kind of coincides to a certain extent, possibly. But Mike has been talking the last several weeks about Babylon's Hour. That's what he keeps talking about, Babylon's Hour. And he mentioned that something spiritual where it's Babylon's Hour that could manifest into the natural, I guess, on 12/14, which is this Saturday. And I told people on the other channel a while back too that I don't know, about a month or more ago or whatever, probably about a month ago, I guess, that I started getting that in my spirit, and I didn't know why, and I don't know if it was the same time as Mike or my friend that contacted me about this as well. I really don't know, but but the reason I started paying attention to it more is because of my military background and just the way I was raised in a military family, growing up that way, and just having it such a part of who I am as an individual, as a person, that it's the Army Navy football game, and it's in Washington D.C. at the Washington Commanders Stadium. That used to be the Redskins. The NFL team, and I just thought that there was something significant to that. I don't know why exactly, but I just think there might be something significant to that. Not saying that anything would happen at the game per se, just the significance surrounding it. I can't really put my finger on it, but it's interesting to me that both teams are very good this year. The Army actually wound up in the top 25. I think they ended up like top 24 in the college rankings or whatever. The Army Black Knights. The Navy was not in the top 25, but still had a really good team. So, I mean, it might be a very good competitive game. I mean, really, really good game. People are like, oh, who cares about football? No, I get it. I understand. I'm just looking at it from the competition standpoint, okay? Where if that game is played, if it's able to be played, if it's not interrupted for some purpose or reason or whatever the case may be, it could be very interesting. And then I put out on the other channel, TFKOE a while back on a live stream called the Fiery Kickoff Event. And most people are probably familiar with that to a certain extent. If not, you can research it yourself however you want, or you can go back on the other channel, Fear No Man, if people are not interested or don't know about it. It's all capitalized, Fear No Man. And you can look up that not whatever that live stream that I put out probably about 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks, a month ago, something like that, where I believe, and I contacted the individual that basically made that prophecy, that word of knowledge, very prevalent over the last 7 whatever years it's been, and we discussed briefly, the possibility of Saturday the 14th, where that could be that day. That's this upcoming Saturday, and it's possible. It is possible where people might want to be paying attention to where the president selectee is hanging out, because if he's in Manhattan at his tower or whatever the case may be, it's very, very possible that it could be that day. I don't know. But I also found it interesting too that, like I said, my friend was contacting me, over the last several weeks, and we had a text conversation, where he's like, man, he goes, I don't know what it is with the 14th. He said, and it's like a red alert day. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe nothing, but it's just something that he received, that he said he received from the Lord. And this is not a guy that anybody would know. He's not on a platform. He doesn't have a channel or anything like that. These are just regular folks. These are just regular people that I met over the years. They've contacted me or whatever, and we kind of got to know each other. Haven't met him personally, talked on the phone several times, texting back and forth and whatnot. And I believe they're hearing from the Lord. I really do. But that's just my personal opinion. But there's enough out there with Mike constantly talking about Babylon's Hour being on the 14th, and my friend contacting me, and another person I know that, you know, has mentioned to me about, a few things, not necessarily putting a date or time frame on anything, regarding some major events to come to this country, or to other countries as we see now, with what's happening to Syria, and just, France falling apart, Germany falling apart, the UK falling apart, South Korea falling apart, just the world falling apart, and all of these things kind of coming together. I'm really paying attention to Saturday the 14th. You know, whether people want to, not don't want to, whatever the case may be, I'm just putting it out there. I'm really paying attention to that date. And then I got another video somebody sent me, and I shared it with my friend who, first contacted me about the 14th, and they said that it didn't really resonate with them. But I found it interesting from a historical aspect that apparently it was 4 years ago, I guess, on the 14th, that they first introduced what I refer to as B shots. That's when it really came out, was December 14th. And, and all the alphabetic numbers, the how do you say it, the alphabetic or the numeric alphabetic numbers, and how that could coincide with the B shots and all that. And all that information started coming out around that same time of 12/14, December 14th. So, anyway, is it all coincidence? I don't believe in them personally. Other people might. Is it connected? Is it correlated? Time will tell. Saturday the 14th is a few days away. What's today? The 9th? I think it's the 9th. Yeah. Yeah, today's the 9th. Tuesday the 9th. So we don't have long to wait. Oh, wait. No, today's Monday the 9th. Yeah, Monday the 9th. I'm confused. Anyway, what's new? But we don't have long to wait to find out. So I'm just throwing it out there that if you're out and about on Saturday and doing whatever, you're home or whatever, and then, I don't know, something happens, some type of alert, something comes over your phone or over the TV, or there's some type of interruption, some type of situation, occurrence, or whatever, don't be surprised. Because, Mike has talked about a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of chew up the meat, spit out the bones, especially when it comes to Begley. Asking a lot of questions about all kinds of stuff that I don't think matters personally. But and Mike seems to be a little more grounded, saying, "Hey, listen, you know, I agree with him on this." And I mean, without him actually saying it, the implication is still got a long way to go before January 20th. A lot can happen. A lot probably will happen. Still got most of December and a good portion of January before that time comes. A lot can happen. So, stay grounded, and don't be focused on that, the inauguration and all the rest of this stuff, and, and all the other garbage that they want to always distract us with and keep us looking in one direction when we should be looking in the direction toward Jesus and to what he wants us to do, and what, the Lord is directing us to do, the Father is telling us to do, and stop being distracted all the time by everything else. But so he seems to be a little more grounded with the whole thing, saying, "Hey, Babylon's hour, 12:14, Saturday 12:14, Babylon's hour." He hasn't been shy about it. People want to go listen to it. Like I said, I'm not going to share it because, as like I said, it's just too much. Sometimes it's too much chewing up the meat, spitting out the bones. I mean, but there was interesting information about FEMA camps, and more like bases than camps, detention centers, stuff like that are being set up everywhere, to prepare for any kind of attacks, other weather-related events, or whatever else, for people to be housed and sheltered and all that jazz. So there's a lot of stuff there, but so I mean, people can research it themselves, and they can, like I said, it's up to you. I mean, I'm not going to share it because, like I said, it's just a lot of chew up the meat, spit out the bones, and but it's Council of Time, Council Arch, Mike from around the world. People want to research it yourself, and however you want to find it, or whatever the case may be. But that's what I got out of it for the most part. It's just like 12/14, Saturday the 14th. That's this Saturday, you know. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Like what was it, the monster truck rally things they always say Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. But I mean, seriously, I mean, I'm just saying, maybe nothing at all. Maybe all just a bunch of bunk. Maybe just, go back to sleep kind of thing. Well, don't go back to sleep, you know what I mean? But, or it could be legit. maybe something to watch for, maybe something to pay attention to. Me on a personal level, all I got was the Army Navy football game in Washington D.C. of all places. Usually it's not there. It is this year though, and at the Commander Stadium. And that's all I got from it. That's it. I haven't received anything else regarding that or anything else of any significance. So anyway, try to keep your peace. Try to keep your sanity. Don't let anybody steal it from you. Your peace, your sanity, your crown. Don't let toxic people into your lives. Kick them out if you have to. Hey, be nice about it, I guess, if you can. If not, let them get the point, man. Let them get the picture. I don't know what to say. Some people, they don't get the hint for nothing. And it's just like, it comes to a point in time. Like I said, I'm a nice guy until you really make me mad. And it's just like, I got nothing to do with you after that. And it's like, I'm done. You pushed me too far. Excuse me. And when you push me too far, I'm done. I'm done. I got enough friends, close, good, personal, true friends. I don't need a lot of people to love me, like me, whatever the case may be. It's just like, because I don't need this toxicity in my life and people trying to bring crap to me and, bring garbage into my life or whatever else. I don't need it. Don't want it. And I'll block you. I already have gotten rid of people. They can say whatever they want in other channels about me and other people or whatever the case may be, make their videos, this and that. As long as I don't know about it, as long as I don't find out about it, it's fine with me. But yeah, if I know about it, find out about it, I may or may not respond. Depends on what the Lord tells me to do. A lot of times I just have to ignore it. A lot of times I do, as well as other people that are out there on platforms, YouTube channels, social media, whatever the case may be. You're always going to have your critics and the people that don't like you and they got to say this and say that and blah, blah, blah. And let their voice be heard and be validated for this and that and everything else. But doesn't mean we have to give them a voice. It doesn't mean I have to give them a voice. Doesn't mean I have to have them in my life. It doesn't mean that I have to tolerate it, and I won't. So I just simply won't communicate with those people anymore. And I suggest some other people maybe take that advice because I think you're going to need it. And I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Toxic people, man, you don't need those in your life. I'm telling you. So protect your sanity, protect your peace of mind, your peace of your heart, or whatever. That didn't really make sense, but peace of mind. Don't let anyone steal your crown. And just keep pushing on. Serve the Lord, serve others, help people out. But don't let toxic people into your life and don't let them control you. All right, that's all I have. Y'all have a good, blessed day. Take care. Bye bye.